Session 3 here, and welcome back to another video. And we have a video on Cardfight Vanguard this time, because I need to talk to you about what is actually going to be changing to the actual current game. So if you do not know, so far that the G era is coming to an end. But however guys, don't worry, Bushiroad have your back, because they are bringing back, well, they're bringing a new anime, or back an anime. Basically, we're having an anime comeback where we have Aichi and Kai, Misaki, Kamuri, and all the rest of the gang back as characters again. However, we are taking a manga spin on it. So that's going to be a big thing. It's different. Now, there's going to be 3 formats. Premium format, G-era format, and standard format. So they've kind of gone a bit of Hearthstone. They just added one extra format. So, your standard format is your new cards, which will not be using strides at all. Literally at all. There's no strides now. But like I said, it's going back to the original era, and this is, like I said, based on the manga. The manga, if you don't know, was using it was the old style play, season 1, effectively. But they're coming back with it, and they're redoing it now with all these new units. Right. Then there's the premium, which is both combined together, and then there's Brain Dead apparently now, G era, the Stride era, I should say. One of the other things that's happening is that the stand trigger is sadly fading away into nothingness, and that's probably weird because for me personally, I did not like stand triggers originally. I just didn't find them that great, and now I'm like, give me stands, please. Stands is good. I want stands. This is probably because of the because for premium, well, whilst we could still use our stand triggers, in theory, they probably not want to have the problem with stands, how stands got quite overpowered. For triggers, mind you, I mean, Flogel still wins by a truckload. Florpal and Flogel, but I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, Cyrogol is pretty freaking good, and there are some really good stand triggers out there. I mean, that Sheep for Gear Chronicle as well is a really good one. And they probably thought, you know what, let's not. Now, one other thing that's changed is that we have a plus 10,000 shield as well now. Not shield, sorry. Plus 10,000 trigger check. So when I crit, so if I crit, guys, there. If I get a critical trigger, it's now plus 10,000 and a crit, which is interesting. They're doing this clearly because of all the different now guarding options, stuff like that. Since there is no G zone, I presume that G guarding has basically gone away. However, we have imaginary gifts now. We have 3 types: Excel, Force, and Protect, I think you called it. Basically, so Excel is attack, Force is attack and defense, and Protect, well, it basically makes everything become a PG, so it's defensive, obviously. These kind of different ways of playing the game is going to be very much interesting. For me personally, what I do love that they're doing is they're going back to the Aichi and Kai structure deck. So we are getting trial decks based on the original units. I'll see if actually they're on my phone. If not, I'll try and. I don't know how. I don't know how well you'll see it though. But I can try. All right, stop complaining at me. No, I never took a picture of it. Oh, okay, no worries, guys. Basically, so if I get a chance to get it up on the screen, or I'll post a picture of it at some point. If you actually look at the trailer itself, pay attention to one of the scenes because Aichi ends up looking at a card, and the card he looks at is Blaster Blade, like he did in the original. Now, if you actually look at it specifically, it's a 10k. What? It's 10k. Not 9k, it's 10. I'm kind of thinking there's either two things they're going to do. They're going to either give it a skill and it just be a 10k thing, and they're doing this because the new unit that was released, Alfred Early, but a new retrained version of him, is actually going to be a 13k. So, because of this, they're either increasing the power of grade 2 units to combat that, to make it easier to attack a 13k base Vanguard, or they're either going and doing what they did with Galatine and having a vanilla, basically a 10k vanilla, which is kind of okay. I wouldn't mind. However, there is one downside to these formats. For the standard format, and it's also a good side at the same time, is that any card is previously owned is gone. You cannot use them. However, no worries, because in the premium format itself, that you can use both. And then you have your G format, which is basically you can't use all the new cards, but you can use all the old stuff that you all love. Right. Now we've gotten this stuff out of the way, and there's a lot more information you can know, and like you can go and like look and stuff like that. I encourage you to do your own research because my brain won't retain everything. One thing now we need to talk about is what you're going to do with your deck. Alright, you have 3 options you can do, and one is not really an option I would go with, but you can go with it anyway, and that would be quit the game. Literally one option you can do is just quit. I wouldn't encourage it, but you know, each to their own. Here's what I think you guys should do. I feel the problem is that because of this part of the game, standard format, if you want to start playing and you want to invest into doing this kind of format, it might be worthwhile you selling off a couple of decks that you own to save up a bit of money that allows you yourself to go forward into actually dealing with this. You know, just go, alright mate, call yourself a couple of stuff, then you're ready for the next format coming. However, you know, what you can also do is do what I'm going to do. I am personally going to do this. I am going to have a standard format deck and a G-era format deck. Now yes, you're probably thinking, wait, but static, what's happening to the premium format? And you're like, well, I'm like, it's a thing. Yeah. No, I will be doing something about this. Now, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a G-zone, right? Just create a G-zone, and it's like going to have no allocation to a deck. But I'm going to eventually just design that around that. This new type of style deck. But because we're going to be able to use older units as well with it, I'm gonna have to see what I can really do. So I don't know if that means I'll be riding Blaster Blade Exceed. Will I run the new Blaster Blade? What my grade 3s are? I have no idea. So until I've got a gradual understanding of what I'm gonna do, I'll create a G-Zone deck for it. But I'm gonna probably create a separate deck. Okay, basically, I'm going to have 3 decks. 3 decks, basically. I'm going to have Royal Paladin Blasters, which is my G-era deck. I'm going to have a new deck for standard format. And then I'm going to have a 3rd deck, which is a Royal Paladin deck, which is effectively going to be... Yeah, I know I'm shelling out a lot of money, by the way, on this lot. But since I'm playing Royal Paladin, I'm only going to main Royal Paladin for this format. I doubt... I might build other decks. But if I do build other decks, they will stay strictly standard. I'm not going to go and mix and match. But however, because of this, we're going to go into older units, right? With this particularly being a thing, being older units, and that I'll design a new stride deck for it. But yeah, like I was saying, sorry, G-era blasters, standard format blasters. I don't know, mate. Basically, new royals, and then 3rd thing, will be a mix between two. I will be doing deck profiles on all of them. I'm actually also going to order these cards from Japan. I might be making a bit of a switch between languages to the game, personally. You guys probably don't know this much on the English format, but the English format has gotten way too bad in terms of expense. The problem is with this game is that it's not fundamentally viable anymore. For at least for me to be able to shell out money. The game. The game's getting to a point where like blasters were like tier 1 and now they're like tier 5,000. They just can't seem to fight, and there's this whole power creep basically, and it's kind of getting to a point where and I'm not going to say, oh my god, Japan's going to be better, but because of the game and prices over there, they're not as bad. Like, I've looked at prices. I did some research a while ago, and I was like thinking, what's the difference between our prices? And what I've noticed is that there seems to be a lot more roaming around in the secondary market. Buyouts don't seem to happen as much, and their prices are usually not too bad. So I'm thinking I might make a switch. I will be ordering them in Japanese. That won't change, and I'll probably upgrade them. But if anything, I'm like having 4 decks. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, that'll be it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any opinions or any comments you wish to go through and mention, then please feel free to. Because, however, this game is one that I very much care about, and I hope you guys care about it too. And if there's any content you would like me to do with this new thing when it's released, I'll happily do it. And if you want me to build multiple decks, I'll happily do it to the best that I can. However, I do realise that I won't be able to commit. Well, it depends on how often Royal Paladin and kept getting support. If it kept getting support like every set, mate, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I know they've kind of released a list, but hopefully, it gives me time to like start with blasters, and then I can work out to Kagero and stuff like that. So maybe I might be able to, but we'll see how things go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day, evening, night, wherever you are in that world and time you're watching this, and I'll see you all for future times in Cardfight Vanguard. Bye, guys.